Mm. Well, hello everyone. We are 3-day fasting, and I am glad to be here with you guys. So we are 3-day water fasting. So water, herbal tea, electrolytes. I combined some electrolytes in my drink this morning with some mighty maca, and I can show you what I've used. Hold on, let me show you. So I have my Better Brain and Sleep formula. This one, which has magnesium in it, and it's just incredible, this combination. So magnesium, L-threonate, a scoop of mighty maca, help with detoxification. And I use some Relight, which are these electrolytes. Yeah, I'm still in my pajama bottoms, in case you can't tell. I know. This is Saturday. I'm working on my book and fasting. This is day 2 of fasting. And we talked yesterday about ghrelin, the hormone of hunger and cravings, and that hormone certainly is getting up, is is active by 48 hours. So 48 hours for me will be 3 p.m. today. And so this is the hump, right? Get over this hump. And when you get over this hump, the hunger goes away. It really does change. So I'm going to show you how to do some ketone testing. And you guys should be doing your urine pH and ketone testing. So I want to check in with you on that to see how it's going. Are you seeing urine ketones yet? So if you guys are watching, just tell me, hey, where you're from, what day of the fast you're on. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you too. So where are you watching from? We're on day 3 of a water fast. So, well, actually, I'm on day 2 of this water fast. We are doing a 3-day water fast or bone broth fast or Keto-Green fast. And I know I have over 100 women doing this with me, and I'm super excited about it. It is Saturday morning, and I am working on my book, and I've got a clear head, and I want to show you how to do ketone blood testing. And oh my goodness, Jeannie says, good morning, I have ketones and down 5 pounds of inflammation. I think that's a really good way to look at it, Jeannie, versus 5 pounds of fat, 5 pounds of water weight, 5 pounds of inflammation. And that is key. I'm definitely thinner, trimmer, less edema, less third spacing of fluids today, and feeling good about that. Detox, detox, detox when you are fasting. Your body's getting into a state of autophagy. I said the main reasons to detox, to fast like this, to do a water fast or cleanse is to detox your body. And that is first and foremost, detox your body for hormone balance. And then get into the state of autophagy where your body's cleaning out the unhealthy cells. The healthy cells will catabolize, will break down and destroy the unhealthy cells in the state of autophagy. It's kind of like, a Pac kind of effect. If you remember playing the game Pac-Man when you were a kid, if you played Pac-Man, tell me in the notes. Be sure to comment, like this video. Your comments and likes really help this video get seen by more people. So I appreciate that. Plus, then I know I'm not just talking to myself. So I appreciate that too this Saturday morning here in Dallas, Texas, on this beautiful sunny day when I am working on my book edits for my next book coming out in April, Menopause, which is, I can't help but laugh when I say the name. Yes, you heard that right, Menopause. Jacqueline says, happy Saturday. I still don't have urine strips, but my drugstore strips say I'm between small and moderate after 40 hours. Well, sometimes it takes a while to get into ketosis, and that is because there may be blood sugar issues. You may have hyperglycemia. You may have a high hemoglobin A1C. From the 4 tests I recommend, hemoglobin A1C is one of the most important tests you need to look at right now more than ever and follow. And let's get it below 5.3. We can do it. We can do it. I've seen it happen in a very short time. I've seen a client who had a hemoglobin A1C at 6.0 go to 5.4 in a month by getting Keto-Green. Now we're focusing on fasting. So let me show you about keto testing. So this is my urine ketone, this is my Keto Mojo monitor, and they have ketone strips, and you do a blood test. I'm going to show you how this works. So check with urine ketones, and this is a good way to double check with your blood ketones to see how high you're getting. The urine test strips say so much. Now, when you're in a state of ketosis for a long time, you may, it may not show up in your urine, but I haven't been there yet, because I incorporate feast days on a regular basis. So I've never not seen ketones when I'm in a keto-green state. I've never not seen them when I'm in ketosis in my urine. In other words, it didn't show up in my blood and not show up in my urine. Some people say that, well, if you're urine testing and you're in ketosis for a long time, you won't see it in your urine. Anytime I see it in my urine, I see it in my blood, and vice versa. So I haven't been in ketosis for over 2 months straight without having a feast day in between. So I haven't seen that phenomenon in my life. So anyway, yep. Jeannie says test strips still work for her. And absolutely good. Donna says, good morning. Started last evening. Haven't checked urine this morning yet. Great to see you here. Donna, awesome. Good to see you here. So, okay. So you just put this in the monitor, and this is the Keto Mojo. Comes with ketone strips and also blood sugar strips. So I'm going to show you my results today. And then you use this, I use this instant lancet that does it for me. You can also just poke the lancet, but this is a nice way. Both my parents were diabetic, so we had this. And you get that drop of blood. I typically wipe away the first drop of blood and then get the second drop of blood, you can see. And then I put that here on this monitor, right here into the strip. And it gives a countdown and will tell me my blood glucose reading, which I'm at around 42 hours of fasting, and my blood ketone reading is 3.4, if you can see that. So my blood ketone reading after 40 hours of fasting since Thursday at 3 p.m. is 3.4, and my glucose reading, which is nice because you can check with the same monitor. You don't need a separate monitor. You just need separate strips with the Keto Mojo, and you can check your glucose reading. And so with a new drop of blood, because I'm still bleeding, with that new drop of blood, I would check my blood glucose reading there. So after 2 days of fasting, my blood glucose is 81. It also gives my hematocrit 40%. And a hemoglobin of 13.6. So that's pretty good, but it could mean that I'm a little dehydrated with this fasting too. So, because typically I'm around 12.5 hemoglobin. And so that's where doing this testing can help too. So 81 after 2 days of fasting, just drinking water and teas and electrolytes and some maca. That's it. That's it for me. And those are my results. So again, it's been a long time in this process coming. Your blood sugar can stay nice and stable. And I know from using a CGM, continuous glucose monitor, with fasting, my blood glucose will get into the low 70s, sometimes high 60s, depending how long I'm fasting. But it takes a while. And so, overnight, you're not going to get these low blood sugars from fasting because you're in a state of ketosis, and that's going to maintain stability. And that's what's so beautiful about this process. And test, don't guess, right? And over time, we want a better hemoglobin A1C. So, okay, any questions you guys had? I had a question that said, what can I drink coffee during fasting? And I always say it depends, and I look to see what it does to your blood sugar. How do you feel? Does it make you break your fast? Does it make you more hungry and stress you out and make you break your fast? If that's the case, then no, you can't have coffee. If it doesn't, if you don't blink an eye with it and you've been doing this a long time and you do fine, then fine, have black coffee, nothing in it. So, and other things, can you have fats and oils? It's not going to decrease your state of autophagy when you do MCT oil or even olive oil in your fasting. But I just listen to your body. Sometimes we do a lemon liver flush, which is a like a tablespoon of olive oil with a squeeze of lemon juice, and you do that consecutively for 7 days to do a good cleanse of your liver and kidneys and gallstones. And you can do that when you're eating a good keto-green diet, particularly lots of fish that week you're doing it, and extended intermittent fasting. So when you're doing that liver fat flash, that's for another time. If you guys are interested in doing that as a group, let me know, and we'll liver flush together. We'll join each other in the morning and drink a shot of olive oil and lemon juice. Does that sound good to anyone? Put a note in the chat box, or give me a heart, a like, or something to tell me like, oh yeah, I like that sounds really awesome, Dr. Anna. I totally want to do a liver flush with you. Hey, Jeannie's like, okay, we'll go on to a liver flush. Yes, interested. Okay. And the problem when I say things like this, then I actually have to do them too. So I got you. Does Mighty Maca break the fast at all? Now, I really have been doing this a long time. Sometimes I use Mighty Maca during my water fasting, and sometimes I don't. Right now, I'm detoxing post a dental procedure. And so this water fast for me, I'm definitely using Mighty Maca to remove some toxins that, certainly with any dental procedure, removing old teeth, old amalgams, there's a lot of toxins that are released, bacteria. Certainly amalgams have their own mercuric toxic levels. And so really detoxing is really important. I want my body to take care of that. So I use, and especially encourage people who are starting out in fasting and water fasting and even intermittent fasting, that you use Mighty Maca, and that will not in your fasting window. And that will help you really cleanse and remove toxins safer, and also help you extend your fasting interval, which is what we want. The longer we fast, the longer we're not having protein in our diet, we are getting into that state of autophagy, and we are improving our overall blood sugar levels, and our boosting our immune system and decreasing inflammation. I've seen it over and over again, been doing this way for over a decade. So Donna is interested in doing the liver flash. From Facebook, I finished my Keto-Green shake fast last night and detoxed 2.6 pounds. I love how you say that. Detoxed 2.6 pounds. That is moving out 2.6 pounds of toxic material from your body. Amen to that, right? Thank you. And especially thank you on doing this with me to help keep me motivated too. And she says she's clear-headed and happy. Yes. Jacqueline says, I'm feeling great today, but I had a headache earlier today. I often get headaches sometimes during the first day of my fast, and I'll add in vitamin C, because if I'm stop my coffee, that's a good reason to have a headache. It's often the case. And every time I do, I'm like, I just got to keep decreasing the amount of coffee I drink. So learning that on a regular basis, going cold turkey on coffee can give you a headache. And so keeping up your minerals, keeping up your vitamin C, electrolytes, that's really empowering. Really feel that using electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium in your fasting window too is supportive. It's supportive for you to not have cravings, to not have hunger, to stay hydrated. And that can make a difference too in just how long you're able to fast. And the longer we fast, like making that 72 hours, let me tell you, I'm at 42 hours right now, something like that, 42, 43 hours right now of fasting. And so that ghrelin hormone, that hunger hormone is like, just eat something. Your daughter's flying back in from her trip, take her out to lunch and just eat something. I'm like, but what if I just go one more day? What if I just go one more night and sleep one more night fasted? And how good will that be for my body? And I'll take her out to dinner tomorrow night or Monday night or something like that. How can I, but you really want to start justifying like breaking the fast. But what if we can go a little bit longer? I'm not starving. I'm not dying. It's not going to kill me. Heck no. We can go without food for months, frankly, right? It's just that we technically can't go without water for all that long. So, hydrating up here. And I'll tell you where I really learned this is when I extended my fasting to, Jeannie said, This recipe in Keto-Green 16 on page 256 is so yummy. Let's do it. And actually, Jeannie, I do a whole 6-day, one of my menu pause plans includes a liver flash. So maybe able to give you, because you're in my Girlfriend Doctor Club, and those in my Girlfriend Doctor Club, a sneak peek of that 6-day plan, and we can start on that early. All right. What do you think of Ultima? I'm not sure what Ultima is. So Jacqueline, just give me more information on that. I'm happy to answer it. So you guys, we are 3-day water fasting and 3-day fasting, however you're doing it. I'm glad you're doing it with me. I'm excited about it. And test, don't gas, look at what your body's telling you, and just record it for this time, because you're going to do this again. Because we need to do a certain type of fasting cleanse every time the seasons change. At least, 2 to 4 times a year, right? We need to do some extended fasting, pushing our body. And this is kind of that fall push for me as we go into the fall to really boost my immune system, get healthier, stronger, detox from toxins that we accumulate on a daily basis, right? I'm detoxing makeup right now, no makeup on either, just, really keeping my body nice and as clean as possible. We'll hit the infrared sauna a bit later, and maybe do some red light therapy. I mean, just think of a foot massage. I mean, think of things that you can do for yourself that's going to feel good. Maybe take a long bath or a long shower, and feel how that feels. So, all right. And let's see. Is there any other questions that are coming in on this beautiful Saturday morning? All right, you guys doing good? All right, so you're checking your level, you're fasting. I encourage you to continue. Oh yeah, I know what I want to tell you. So really about this kind of like your brain playing tricks on you, I'll share with you the first time I did a 3-day and dry fast. I've done a couple in my life. And so the first time was really a spiritual journey I was on because of, reflecting on Saul's road to Damascus. So what was he told to do? Nothing by mouth, nothing to drink, nothing to eat. And so that was the dry fast. And through that journey, had that spiritual enlightenment. He went from blind to being able to see, essentially, had that interaction with God. And it's a very spiritual practice. You can use fasting for a spiritual practice. It goes beyond health. And as you fast more and more, you'll see things will become a lot more clear. You will be able to let go more of the old toxic thoughts and emotions and habits, and embrace new, and trust your intuition even more, right? Clear that brain fog and trust your intuition. I'm really calling all women in my community to get into the state of being keto-green, keto-alkaline, get in this higher energized enlightenment physiologic state, and trusting your intuition more, being more powerful and strong, because that's who you're designed to be a leader in this community. And right now we need to rise up, all the wise women with their intuition, to be strong, healthy, and to help this next generation coming up as well, and inspire them in their health, and how important their body is as a temple to their spirit too, or cathedral to their spirit. So when I was doing this 3-day dry fast, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. This can't be good for me. I certainly have to have some water and drink some water, because it was completely dry fasting. And I kept saying, okay, just breathe through it. And let me just make it one night and see how I do. And then, okay, the thirst goes away in a little bit when you stop thinking about it. Like, okay, that's good. And then sometimes the thirst would come right back on. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. My mouth is dry. I really want something to drink. I just breathe through it, take a break, focus on something else, journal, read a good book, go for a walk. And that went away. So I was able to make a 72-hour dry fast. It was an extraordinary experience for me. And it's a very challenging thing. And I don't recommend you do it unless you've been probably working on fasting and detoxing for many years, because it's a challenge on your body. So water fasting is very good to do. We say like a 24-hour dry fast is equivalent to a 3-day water fast. So you really are, maybe that's an exaggeration, but a 3-day water fast is powerful. And it is empowering to our body, and it is healing our body, and it gets us into the state of autophagy, which is kind of like that Pac-Man state where your body's cleaning out the unhealthy cells. And we need to do that, especially the older we get. We really need to get into this state more often. So thank you for doing this challenge with me. Yes. Okay. Electrolyte mix. I'm not familiar with that one. So, but I look at, looking at the minerals, make sure there's no sugar, no artificial anything in it. And Jeannie sends us a big heart. And I thank you guys for being with me. We'll talk about doing a liver flash. Post under this video and let me know if you're in to do that. And otherwise, I will answer any other questions you have and support you. Let's check in tomorrow. Let's check in at 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, which is 12 Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific. I have a friend joining me, and that's Dr. Mindy Pelz, who is a fasting expert. And she's an amazing chiropractor out in Seattle and has been working and preaching and fasting for many, many years and is just a tremendous fun personality. So mark your calendar, join us at 11 a.m. tomorrow and share this with your audience. Thank you for posting likes and comments, and that means a lot to me. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Keep up. You can do this. You can do this fast. I'm here with you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank y'all.